Hello, my name is Dr. Ruthie, or Dr. Ruth Newstifter if you want to be formal. I'm a professional sex educator. I wrote the Nice Girl's Guide to Talking Dirty, and I blog over at exploringintimacy.com. But today I am here thanks to the great folks at funwares.com answering your questions about sex and relationships. So make sure you head on over there and say thanks for me, or say hi, howdy, or whatever you want to do. Folks have been sending in lots of questions for me to answer this month, so I'm getting to just as many of your questions as I can. I appreciate you tweeting them in to at Dr. Ruthie, DrRuthie, or emailing them over to askdrruthie at funwares.com. Here is a question. Well, they signed their real name, so I'm not going to read that out loud. Let's just call them Guy. Dr. Ruthie, I'm 20 years old and I have a question for you that hopefully you can talk about. I'm curious, how do you make your sexual partner feel comfortable with your sex interests? For example, auto-fellatio. Thanks so much, Guy. Guy, thank you for your question. Congratulations on your fine physical flexibility and your amazing yoga god physique that you must have. And I'm sure your youth is helpful with that as well. What is auto-fellatio for folks who lack your flexibility and creativity? Let's explain that to them. That is the ability to go down on yourself or to give yourself oral sex. So I'm sure, Guy, that many folks are going, oh, I'm so jealous right now, and wondering why you ever leave the house, perhaps. So auto-fellatio, yes, it can be done. Folks can do it. I have seen it with mine own eyes, and Guy here has gotten a much closer view with his own eyes. So let's talk about how to introduce a partner, a lover, a potential lover, to a sex act that a lot of people haven't heard of, that they may be kind of curious about and unsure about. The first thing to do is to look at this as a bigger process in your relationship. Relationship like a one-night stand, relationship like, forever and ever together. Either way, same deal. And that is looking at it as a part of open communication and joyful, supportive exploration with each other. So that would be my first suggestion to you. So in other words, that means that your goal isn't just to get your partner to be okay with this one thing that you like doing, or two or three things that you like doing, or yourself that you like doing, but to nurture this environment where you both are sharing things that you are interested in, that you like doing, that you think you might like doing, and you're sharing that information back and forth in a really caring type way. So this is bigger than just the one goal of getting your kink in there. It is the goal of both of you enjoying exploring together and nurturing that in your relationship of whatever duration or nature. The second thing to remember about this is that there's no obligation for your partner to say it's okay, but there's also no obligation for you to have to stop. Now, this may be a deal breaker. It may be that your partner says, this is whatever you like is so not okay with me that I cannot have it in this relationship. But remember that you also have the right to come back and say, this thing that I like to do is so important to me that I have to have it in a relationship. And now the two of you will have to decide whether the relationship can continue or not. It may be a deal breaker to both of you, and it's just not meant to be then, and that is sad when that happens, but much less sad than watching people struggle forward with things that they really feel they need, but can't have in the relationship. So they're either getting resentful that they can't do the things they love, or they're having flings or doing things on the side that aren't cool. It just becomes a big mess. So it is a process of remembering that they're not obligated, but you're not obligated either. It is the agreements you come up with together, which may mean changing the nature of your relationship together as well. So how do we nurture this kind of positive situation that makes it most likely? Find out what your sweetheart likes and have fun with exploring together. In a situation where this is not an activity that is risking physical harm to your partner. In fact, it's very self-contained with you and yourself. So that means that it might be something that you enjoy on your own, or it might be something that your partner likes engaging in with you. But this is the sort of thing where I would feel like with an open communication style and a relationship where you value your lover's interests and your lover values your interests, you should be able to bring this up and be like, hey, there's this awesome thing I can do that a lot of people haven't even heard of before, much less think can really happen. And I'd love to show you a little something that you are not likely to see with anyone else. And, see if it turns them on. You're not suggesting some sort of wild thing that, could physically damage them or something like that. Um, and it always is great to start with inviting your sweetie to share something that makes them nervous. And then if each of you are sharing something that you find nervous, you're both in this vulnerable place. You both may be more eager to appreciate what the other person likes, even if you don't want to participate in it. So that can be a really useful place to start from. It's not manipulative. It's the two of you sharing equally, which is an important part of any mutually enjoyable sexual relationship. And just know that there is absolutely nothing wrong with being interested in auto-fellatio. I have kind of assumed that you were the one who could do it from this video. Perhaps your lover is someone who can do this, or that you're hoping that they'll learn how to do it. Either way, have fun. And I hope that the two of you find out that this is an interest that you share in common. I'm Dr. Ruthie, and I'll see you at the next video. Thanks a bunch.